Alright. Hello everybody. And say hi to the green screen. Because I remember last time we had to mess with the camera because it wasn't working well. And apparently now it is still wanting to work. Let's try. There we go. It breaks up my shirt because we have Bill dressed as the Hulk. So, hi everybody, and welcome. I am very excited today to play some more of our Suikoden 2. I think what we can do now is go out and recruit some more folks. It seems like this mercenary fortress thing is going to be our base of operations, even though we haven't formally gotten it yet. But when last we played, Victor told us that we can go and get more recruits. He was like, why don't you go and look and find more recruits? So we'll see what we can do. See if we can find more. That said, it's great to be back. It's great to see everybody. Hope that you're all doing well. Hope that you all had good weeks, respectively. Oh, dang. 88 months. That is indeed very low. Alright, very quiet. There we go. We cranked the volume back up. See, because I remember last time I had to turn the volume down because it was too high. Just like I had messed with the camera. But hope that's better, Rev. But yes, 88 months. That is a long time. That is a very long time. Let's see here. 60 is 5 years. And then you go 72... Almost 7.5 years. That's a long time. Why is it such a long time? I've been doing this for a while. 7 1/3 years. Is that it? What even is time? It's true. Time is strictly a human construct. And we're the only ones who actually care about it. I should say the measurement of time is strictly a human construct. But we're not here to philosophize. Okay, well, which is it? Is it don't come crying to me if I get hurt? Or is it you want me to leave? Because those are two different things. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to find cool people to recruit. That's all. 8 brains dealing with the nature of the universe. I mean, possibly, but at the same time, it's kind of weird because, you know, as far as we can tell, apes don't deliberately track time. See, animals have the right idea. Just kind of exist. Also, don't destroy the planet. That's a good thing to not do as well. But that's, again, we're not here to philosophize. We're here to play Suikoden 2 and try to find some new recruits. But it seems that we are going to have relatively minimal luck. Which is unfortunate because I thought like this. I will say I'm basing this on what our fearless mercenary leaders last said to us. Which was, hey, go and find folks. Like, we can always use more people. Like this person here. Dang. Oh, there we go. I'm strong, I've got good moves, and I look great. Okay, so we found a recruit. Go us, I guess. Ooh, spellcraft. Wait, spellcraft? Be late feeding the cat or the dog and see if they don't know time. I mean, that is fair. We can indeed see routines. I mean, we also have our classic Pavlovian training. Well, Pavlovian, it's is it still Pavlovian? I always think about the Skinner box as well. Okay, so apparently, I'm guessing at least Muse is like a bigger city. There has to be some way that I can get one of the cats. Because there was a kid who was saying that they lost someone or something. The joke. Let's see, I seriously don't get it. Like, also, why is this person a short-range attacker who also uses spells? That's very strange. Oh, wait, what? Right hand? Left hand? We can get 2 runes equipped now? Ah, man. This game is super complicated. Also, how do I get this person to join me? Do I just need to get rid of the kids somehow? Also, how do I get rid of the kids? So remember, my basic rule for this game is if the character has a portrait, then I can probably recruit them sometime, somehow. Just don't know when or necessarily what I have to do. And that's part of the problem. That's one of the things I don't really like about these games. You can recruit all of these people, but some of them are very kind of arbitrary in the ways that you recruit them and like what you have to do. It's a little bit frustrating. Okay, there's a cat up there. Why can't I see the cat? I should remember. Well, the person was complaining about having so many kids around. I feel like that's an obvious solution. Just, if the kids are no longer there from some arbitrary, unconnected event, then there's no longer kids around to complain about. That's the way I see it. Hey, this is the place that Appraiser was complaining about. Saying, like, we should go to Muse. The problem is, right now at least, my strategy of finding people that have unique sprites doesn't work as well because the makers of the game have a lot more just sprites that they use for people wandering around. I don't know. I guess we'll put it on Genkin. How do you attach an orb to your head? Can somebody explain that to me? Knights of Sidonia. That would be cool. I would not mind that. Okay, so here we go. What dish? There's no dish. You have a sword, a statue, a crystal ball, an urn, and a tankard. Oh, you attach to your head? I guess. All of the urns that I've found so far have been, like, defective urn. Okay, this guy has to be recruitable. Like, homie over here lurking like an edgelord in the shadows. No. I refuse to believe that I can't recruit you at some point. No way. Shelf of strange ingredients. There has to be something there, but I just don't have access to it as yet. Oh, look, big beefy dudes. The boss is so fickle. Oh no. So I'm guessing the blacksmith is out of town? Yes. Okay. What about this random child? Okay. Powerful general. Okay, a doctor's house. Let's see if we can find the doctor. Okay, the doctor is out. And also, if attaching a rune to your head is just attaching it to your headband, why do I have to pay some dude to do it for me? I feel like that's something that can be easily accomplished on my own. So, you may notice here it says, we're at the inn, are you staying the night? At the other place, when I went to, what was it, like the White Horse Inn or something like that, the person had like a picture and everything. And that's why I believe that person is probably recruitable. So everybody's looking for recruits. That means that they're going to take all the recruits I'm trying to get. Oh no, it was gone later? Wow, that sucks. Sacrificial Jizo? Oh, cool! Finally, something that can revive people. I don't think they had any of that in the first game. Okay, you know, putting a gem back into a ring is different from, you know, I can use a rubber band to attach a little room to my headband. I'll be fine. It'll work. It's fine. Oh, excuse me. Really? A pointed hat is a rare find. It's a hat that's a little pointy. That I don't deny that's probably exactly what would happen, Rev. Like I'm sitting there, I've got everything jury rigged, and it's like maybe it works for a round, but still, function is function. Okay, old guy, I can recruit you, right? You look. Wow. Dang. I'm getting like all of the lore on all of these families, and I couldn't care less about it. I just need to find people I can recruit. Everything. Wait, you've got. It's a town of commerce, but there's no trading post? How does that make any sense? Aren't you just adorable? Oh, special occasions. See, I would think that I'd be able to find, like, somebody who was willing to join the cause. You know, I think part of the problem right now is that I don't exactly have a cause to rally people around. Whereas in the previous game, you know, the whole thing is that we were the rebellion, you know, we were the anti, and so there was like a rallying cry. Whereas now the whole point is that everybody thinks the war is over, and they don't realize that there was a false flag operation that kind of wrecked everything. And also, I'm supposed to be dead. Wow, shoulder pads. Classic. You know, this whole thing with this whole shtick of having the medicine take up an actual spot of equipment really drives me up the wall. I don't understand why they're making us do that. I understand having folks get just a what's it called? Get, you know, a limited amount of items and a limited amount of bag places, positions, whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, a limited number of slots. But for crying out loud, like, you shouldn't have to equip medication and items like that. You equip equipment because it is equipment.
Please sample some of our delicious fish cuisine. Ooh.
Oh, I got a recipe. That's okay. See, this is the problem. That this is why I feel like I have to do this, where I run around talking to literally everybody, because there's no telling where, what, when, who, how I might get something that's relevant to someone, somewhere, somehow. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. Okay, it's... I will say, there are definitely improvements in the inventory system. For example, doing that thing where you can equip directly from the purchase screen, and then you can just trade in the stuff that you bought. That's cool. I like that. I think that's a very good improvement. I also like that you can elect to put things directly into a bag, and you have a larger shared party bag of stuff, as opposed to having to give an item specifically to a character. So there are definitely improvements, but there's also slight annoyances, as there always will be with anything. Okay. This is a great place to live if you don't mind the smell of it. Okay, so this guy looks generic, but... Boom. I don't know what I accidentally pressed the shoulder buttons and it worked. I did not expect that to happen. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to really be using these people very much. So I'm going to hold off on keeping their weapons. So this is one of the things where, for anybody who didn't see the last game or parts of the last game, one of the big shticks with it is, I mean, it's always about money. You always need a ridiculously large crap ton of money to do anything. But you were able to get it because you could effectively obtain a gambling guy, and so you'd be able to win money pretty easily. You had to be a little bit save scummy about it, but still, it worked. And I'm guessing there's something similar in this game, but as yet I do not have it. So clearly we can't really do much here. But I'm guessing that, as with a lot of our other stuff, eventually we'll get a boat and we'll be able to travel more widely. I believe that. Ooh, nice and fat. Part of the problem is that I also don't know all of the time when I'm able to traverse a specific area. Like over here, it's like there's those little cats sitting there, there's the boat, and there's ducks, and it's adorable, and I want to go and visit them, but I don't know if I'm able to. I feel like I would need a boat to be able to launch from here and go up and around, but I don't know. Alright, so it seems like there's nobody here that I'm able to recruit, at least not as exploring, trying to find folks. In the first game, it's not exceedingly critical to recruit people. The thing is that you did get some actual benefits from recruiting some people. Like, you had the cartographer, and that gives you the mini-map. Because you may see right now, I have no mini-map of any sort. I can't see jack. So there are certainly ones that are very helpful in that sense. Okay, those look terrifying. I feel like I'm going to die a horrible, painful death. So, I feel like I should run. Maybe I'm not supposed to be here yet. um... But, like, Victor and Flick told me to go and look for recruits. That's all I was doing. And I almost got killed by literal flying sword things. Terrifying. I'm absolutely terrified of the fact that these spiders only did 1 damage to me. Because from my perspective, that implies that they probably hurt a lot. With some kind of a... what's it called? Some kind of poison, seeing as how they are called poisonous spiders. I'm feeling like it's probably best if I just go back now. Because it's... I'm not able to really consistently fight these bad guys. And that's worrisome. That is true. They're poisonous. They're not venomous. So we just need to avoid eating them. That is an excellent point, Rev. Incidentally, something I didn't mention about these games, it's the same as it was in the first one. The way that leveling works is that every level takes 1,000 XP, but depending on your current level and the beefiness of the bad guys that you're fighting, you'll get a differential amount of XP. So, if you fight stronger bad guys, then you get better stuff. Effectively. Ah, dang. It was such a weird piece of dialogue. Highland is just beyond here. Such are the times we live in. It's like, what, the times that we live in are related to the fact that places exist? Like, I don't get it. So I think I'm just gonna head back to the mercenary fortress now because honestly, I'm not confident that I'll be able to get very many people at all. See, like, look, she's got a name, she's got a picture, she's got everything. I feel like she has to be recruitable. And you don't just create a thing like that in the middle of the map for no reason. Like that doesn't just appear. It don't work that way. Okay. So we'll head back to the fortress for now. Or wasn't there like a mountain pass? See, this is what I'm saying. With this and the first game, it's exactly the same. I'm super paranoid about missing some recruitable person, so I'm just obsessively going everywhere. But I really shouldn't do that because I should just like progress through the game. I feel like that's a much smarter idea. Oh, excuse me. I had a really interesting week this week. It wasn't super long. I didn't have a huge amount of work stuff to do, but it was still extremely exhausting. It was a little bit rough. I ended up sleeping in pretty late today. Oh shoot. Okay, so we got some drunk guy. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Really? But see, that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Some random drunk dude passed out at the start of a place. And there it goes. Do nothing about it. A fur coat is a rare find. I mean well, I don't know. It's kind of tough because the time period for this game is a little bit up in the air, as is the whole how this is what's it called? How this is kind of connected to our own world, because I mean, fur coats in the 17 and 1800s were pretty easy to get because there were a lot of trappers and stuff like that. So it was not really much of a problem. But nowadays, obviously, they're super expensive, especially if you get like mink or something. Fun fact about mink: the demand for mink coats is what led to the invention of birth control. Bonaparte. Taking all bets. What do we think Bonaparte is? I'm guessing a cat. Because cats are the ones that wander. It's either going to be a cat or some, like, weird monster thing. Those are my guesses. Like, is this Bonaparte? Not really sure what the deal was there. But we'll roll with it. Ah! Evil snails with rocks on their backs? Doesn't make sense. Whoa! That was friggin' weird. Oh, cool! I got random money falling out of a snail. I just robbed a snail, you guys. I feel like that's bad karma. Like, that's something that the universe is not going to forgive me for. Also having an unusual amount of difficulty getting with magic. That's what I was gonna say. Because like I've got runes equipped, but it seems like I can't use them. I hope Bonaparte hasn't been kidnapped by some local giant monster of some sort. That would be very unpleasant. Hey look, a mysterious cabin in the woods. This never ends poorly. Looks like a blacksmith. Oh, those are just tongs. I thought those were keys. Something else that I've said before that I'll reiterate on is something that I both like and dislike about games like this is pre-mini-maps, compass points for RPGs. You really have to figure out where to go, what to do on your own. It just makes it difficult to stream. Because I have no clue. Hey, treasure chests. I feel like that cabin was kind of the end of the line there, but I believe there was another direction that I didn't go. Not to mention games from this era, the PS1 era RPGs, absolutely infamous for all sorts of things relating to like secret places, secret things to do and go to. Hey, optimize, that's nice. But see, that terrifies me, because if you optimize somebody, then it's not going to include having, the having a, what's it called? Words. Having medicine. Or it might not include that. It is definitely a cool feature, though. And I hope that it's not what I think it is, where it just looks at armor. Okay, let's see here. So there's the baby bird. And so let's go this way. Well, it's not a cat. It looked like some kind of a rodent. Or is it a pig? Oh. Okay. I had a feeling we were going to end up fighting either Bonaparte himself or something that kidnapped Bonaparte. Sitting here stealing money from Bonaparte. I don't even know what he is. Oh! So this is very reminiscent of, what is it? Belome in Mario RPG. Incidentally, my favorite game of all time. But absolutely wacky bonkers in many ways. It's like, even people who have runes equipped, I can't use rune abilities. Dang, look at that! Almost everybody leveled up. Okay. So the other issue that I tend to have with stuff like this is now, as well as earlier in this game and in the first game, is if people are only joining you temporarily versus joining you permanently. Oh. Oh. Pretty cool. Woo! 2-for-1 deal! I'm gonna have this person go. You're a fool to go without me. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. So that must be their cabin that I found earlier. Ah! Spiders! No! Even worse, it's just regular spiders! Now, luckily for me, those are not poisonous spiders, so we can eat them. Right, Rev? I mean, if we so desire. Well, like I said, this is probably what's-his-face's house, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll go back. I think now I'll head back to the fort. I'll do one more sweep of the other little town that I'm in. Was it like Toto? I think. And we'll see if there's anything good there. See if there's any more. Jeez. Wild boars are hardcore. Dang. That is a fair point, Rev. This is one of those things where you most likely needed the strategy guide back in the day. What was it, like the Prima official strategy guides and all that stuff? Because the problem is there is a lot of, not exactly unknowns, but a lot of curio type things where unless you really know that something is wherever it is, then you have no freaking clue. A good example of that is the what's it called, the a good example of that is in a lot of the Final Fantasy games, because you need, some arbitrary, whatever, very specific item to do something, or find a specific bad guy, a particular hidden boss, all that kind of stuff. Similarly, for this one, and I should say for the first one primarily because that's the one we're more familiar with, there were some very specific character recruitments that require you to have like specific items in your possession, or else you can't recruit them and stuff like that. Either that, or not only do they require a specific item, but you also need a very specific you need to get a specific item from a particular particular bad guy that you fight, and then you find something, and then you can recruit them, but not before then. Oh no. Alright, that's the storage. Now, I will say from my perspective personally, I'm a fan of this aspect of kind of wandering around and discovering stuff. The issue comes when doing something like this, where I'm needing to, well, not needing to, but I'm streaming, trying to do something slightly efficiently-ish. So if we go up here now, and if we talk to Victor and flick again. Well, that's not helpful at all whatsoever. Let's see if flick is useful. Okay. Well, never mind then. I thought that was going to help me, but clearly I was mistaken. Because I did the... It just said a quick rest, though. Like, do I have a bedroom in this place? Like... I mean, am I still sleeping in the prison? Is this my bed? I don't think I was ever formally assigned a room. And for those of you curious, let's head all the way back up here. Companion. That's only the bone part. So it's way up there. At some point, Victor mentioned we're always looking for companions, or we can go find companions. And so that's when I was like, okay, let's do it. But I would also like to, progress the plot or whatever. I know, sounds crazy, but I feel like that's something reasonable. I have a feeling I need to go back to that area that I was at earlier, where there were where there was like Muse and all the other places. Maybe I need to find someone who says there's an abandoned fort. I don't know, maybe. But that's the problem, is like we have this place that's literally called the Mercenary Fortress. I feel like that's kind of a good starting point. And also it's kind of building out the same way that our what was it, Dragon Rock or something did in the first game. But that's why I mentioned this is from an era of RPGs where you don't have a giant blinking sign that says plot this way. Which is a double-edged sword, because it means that you are encouraged, if not forced, to wander around and really figure out what you need to do. Or you just kind of SOL. Maybe time to just look up some information on this, because the biggest thing from my perspective is I don't want to waste your folks' time. I mean, I recruited, what, 4 people today? So, I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. Feels good, especially having no clue what I'm doing or where I need to go. But see, why didn't this happen before? I don't freaking know. It seems that we have found the giant sign that says, "Plot this way." And maybe this guy won't be complaining about all the kids now, because there's no kids left in town. Wait for it. Ooh, feast. Fine. Oh, whiny children. Oh, is she gonna give us her savings? Oh. I received a very precious 70 bucks. Oh my god. Sitting here and we got like 60 grand. I got my 70. She's so cute. She's so adorable. We are at call time, so let's do this. Let's head to this, what is it, the White Horse Inn or whatever. This kind of midway point. I mean, it's not exactly midway, but still. White Deer. Sorry, not White Horse. And we'll just save. Yeah, that's definitely a good stopping point. So, I think overall we did pretty well. I'll most likely end up looking up some of the things of what I can do next and any folks I could recruit. Oh, excuse me. But that said, thank you all very much for stopping by. Hope that it was a good time. Hope that you all had good weeks, and hope that you have an excellent weekend, respectively. I know I'm looking forward to doing a fair amount of nothing. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. But you all take care. Stay safe, be well, and I'll be back next week. So I don't have anything planned as of yet. So I will see you all then, and looking forward to it. So take care. Bye-bye.